going to do a cœur de filet, which means the middle of a fillet, and we're going to roast it the French style. I'm going to seal it in butter and olive oil, put it into a roasting dish and leave it there. And tonight, just before we want to eat, an hour before, I'm going to put it in the oven on about 120 degrees and cook it very slowly with a meat thermometer in it and bring it up to about 52, 54 degrees, which then will ensure me by the time the timer comes off and the temperature, the thermometer got the right temperature, that the beef is medium rare through and through. I will then put it on the side and let it rest. With that, I'm going to use a rustic potato, garlic and leek cake, which I'm going to underline with a little bit of red onion, white onions, leeks and garlic. And with that, I'm going to make a red wine sauce, which I'm going to make out of my red wine vinegar, which I explain to you a little bit about later, how I make this. A little bit of balsamico and some veal stock, which I then, when this is all compound with a little bit of shallots, I will beat in some ice cold butter to give it a little bit of emulsion and gloss, and finish it with a couple of spoonfuls of diced foie gras, which I made a few days ago for another dinner party of mine. So that is what I have in mind. So now I'm coming to the beef fillet. Oh yes, I use to skin the beef fillet, I'm going to use a very small, very pointed knife. Now this knife I got when I was 14 years of age, when I started my apprenticeship in Germany. By that time it was that long, and it was about to this line. That was a specialized knife. It has traveled with me all over the world, and it's still here, and I still love it. It's still one of my favorites, because it's absolutely ideal for doing this type of work. So this knife has seen a lot of meat and a lot of history. Now I'm going to put a little more edge on it, and then we're going to string the fillets. The fillet, by the way, comes from the same beef farmer which we used the product before in some of the programs, and it comes from very happy cows, from Charly cows, which is a French breed. My friend here has made some photos of them. They are very, very nice looking. Actually, the pity that we eat them. But then I rather eat a happy cow, a bullock or bullock, or bullocks. What do you say? Happy bullock and an unhappy one. So this farmer is treating his animals very, very nicely. So that's the way the cookie crumbles. Either you turn to be a vegetarian, you have no other choice. So I'm going to string this off now. I'm starting on the top, getting under with my knife, and bringing it up in an upward angle up.